This is chapter 3.3, Graphing Systems of Inequalities. The first couple slides here are just review. If you look at your 2-7, 2-8 packet, this is strictly review of all that stuff, because you're going to be using this information and moving forward today with it. So, just to remind you, solid lines, remember, solid lines mean it's either less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Okay? Dotted lines mean less than or greater than. There's no equal to. That's just review. A review of your slope picture or your mountain picture. When your line is going uphill, it means it has a positive slope, a positive M. When it is going downhill, that means it has a negative slope. When your line is vertical or horizontal, that means it has zero slope, and the equation is y equals a number. Okay? When your line on your graph is vertical, that means it has an undefined slope, and your equation is x equals a number. That's all review. Another review of solid and dotted. This is the one that most people forget. Solid, equal to, dotted, greater than, less than. No equal to. Above the line, remember, is greater than or equal to or greater than. Below the line, less than or less than or equal to. Okay, right down here. Any questions? You guys can remember that good stuff? All right, here we go. You need to write this down on your blank sheet of paper. This is steps to writing systems of inequalities. Step 1, match the equations with the correct line. The way you do that is you look at the slope picture, or the mountain picture. You determine positive, negative slopes and y-intercepts. Step 2, given a region, find the equations that make it up, meaning find the boundaries. Step 3, replace the equal sign with the correct inequality symbol that represents the given region. Now that stuff probably doesn't mean anything to you right now until we move to the next page. Looking at this graph, and all the fun colors and shaded regions and all the lines, I have to follow those steps that you just wrote down in order to find systems of inequalities for region 1. Okay? I need systems of inequalities for region 1. Step number 1 says what?
Match the equations with the correct line.
Yeah, match the equations with the correct lines. Well, looking at my equations here, y equals 4. Where does y equals 4 go? Which equation, or which line represents y equals 4? The purple or the blue? I don't know what color that is. Y equals 4 is the blue one, the purple one. What about x equals negative 6? Because that's another easy one. Just this orange dotted line right here, isn't it? Can you see that from where you're at?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's where the boundary of the brown is there. That's y, or x equals -6. Now I have y equals -2x plus 10. Which line represents y equals -2x plus 10? The red one. Because it's got a negative slope, it's the only one going downhill, and it has a y-intercept at 10. Doesn't it? Okay, so that one is the red line. So I'm going to match that one up with the red line. Which leaves me with x minus 4, which I'm assuming would be the dotted green line. Is that right? Yep, it's got a y-intercept of -4. It's got a positive slope of 1. We're good. So step number 1 is done. We matched up the equations with the lines. Any questions on how to do that? After you do that, step number 2 says what?
In a region from the equations that we put out the bottom.
Yeah. Given a region, well, what region did I give you? 1. So that's the yellow one, isn't it? Find all the equations that make up the yellow region. What does that mean? Well, do you remember the word I put in parentheses? Boundaries. What are the boundary lines of the yellow region? Yeah. Y equals x minus 4 is 1.
Y equals -2x plus 10.
Y equals -2x plus 10. Y equals 4. Now, notice I didn't put the equal signs in there. Why not?
So you're going to put the greater than or less than thing?
Yeah, in step 3, I'm going to replace all the equal signs with an inequality symbol. So, if I look at x minus 4, or the green dotted line, is the yellow region to the above or below? Above. So I'm going to use a greater than. Is it greater than or equal to, or just greater than? Just greater than, because the dotted line. Now let's look at the red line that bounders, or where it has a boundary to the yellow region. Is it going to be above or below? Above. So is it greater than or equal to? Greater than or equal to, because of the solid line. Okay. Now the 4, the blue line. Is it greater than or less than or above or below? Above. So, and is it equal to or less or not equal to?
Greater than.
Greater than or equal to. Good. And that is a system of that inequality, of that region right there. A system of inequalities for region number 1. Question.
How do you keep saying, like you said, above or below the line? I guess I don't even get that part at all. I guess I'd take a guess.
Really?
I don't know what you mean by above or below.
Sometimes I get tricked on that too.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, how is that above?
Which one?
Like,
The green
any
or
of
the
them.
red?
Like any of them. Like when you ask if it's above the line.
I don't know. I just think of this as above when I look at the red line, and this is below.
Yeah.
Because the top, there's 4 corners of the thing. The top right-hand corner is positive. Top bottom left hand corner is.
Get the better it'll be.
I mean, I get it now. It was just always confusing because I guess I never really understood.
Let's look at region 4. Go ahead and on your paper, see if you can come up with the 4 inequalities that make up region 4. Okay, because region 4 has 4 boundaries. Okay, it's got this boundary, the green dotted boundary, the red boundary, the blue boundary, and the orange boundary, orange dotted boundary. See if you can write those inequalities and get the same thing that I'm going to get when I write them up. Okay.
Wait, what is it? Which one?
Region 4.
Okay.
Why do you put that kind of, is that dotted, not?
Yeah.
What? It's dotted, yeah. All right, so I have, I'm going to start. You guys can keep going. You don't have to follow me. And there's yours should be your systems of inequality. Your systems of inequalities. Good? Is that what you got? Awesome. Now, there's one other thing we need to talk about real quick. Okay? Oh. There we go. Union. 1 union 2 just means the joining of the two regions. Just meaning you have to try to come up with the boundaries or the system for the regions that bounder union 1 and 2. For example, if I were to go back to my graph, union 1 and union 2, or 1 union 2 is just this blue squiggly right here, isn't it? It's just those two together. You see that? So what boundaries does 1 union 2 have? Well, it has this one, x is -6.
Blue line.
Oh, that's negative.
It has,
The blue
yep, the blue one, line 4,
The red or the orange or whatever color.
the green dotted one right here.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Because we no longer, since it's union, it's combining these two. We don't need this one in here anymore. We just need the green dotted one. Okay? So that's, which one is that one? X -4. And then you have to replace them. I'm going to have greater than or equal to, and greater than. And there's for 1 union 2. Does that make sense? You're just combining the regions so that it's as one region. Okay? Just like marriage combines a man and a woman, union 1 and union 2 combines 1 and 2. Same thing. And that's it.
Yeah, this is a lot.